avocado monati kaselai saboroto wichileti mosofeng ushepile generations Kenneth Mashaba Ruby Gabuki Madineo Gabulenda Capella Gaditedu ye anad. Maseve, this week we are in the Opel Corsa and we are going to have a conversation. If you are new here, please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and please stay with us, stay with the family. And if you're an upstanding member of the Maseve Society, thank you so much. Don't forget to watch those ads so that a girl can get her coins and Kulavega Gucci and all that jazz. So let's get into this Opel Corsa review. So let's get started with the exterior of the Opel Corsa. Up front, probably a 10 out of 10. This car looks beautiful, guys. You have this dual tone color scheme that it has, so the roof is black and the exterior of this car is this very bright red that I really like. I think it sits on 17-inch wheels, so it does have a presence. It's a bit of a nice sporty looking car and it is quite different. I really like the way it looks. So in terms of the exterior, I have nothing to complain about. I mean, you have that big Opel badge at the back and the Corsa nameplate, very sporty, very slick, very like it's just like it has a very urban vibe to it. So I think this car, guys, now for me, probably one of the prettiest hatchbacks on the market currently. I think it's just absolutely stunning. Moving on to the interior, that's where everything just takes a sharp curve. I don't like this interior. I think it's bland. It's very dull and uninviting, right? But there are some niceties that you can pick up in this car. You have a multifunction steering wheel that's flat bottom, that adds to the bit of the more sportiness of it. I love how the infotainment system screen is facing the driver, but ergonomically that's not a bad thing. I like it, but it does look a bit mismatched because when you go to the bottom you have your climate control menu, which is so far back, you know, so it's a bit odd to be in ergonomically. Like I get Talohangi properly, but it's nice. I mean, you have a conventional volume button. You have the automatic gear lever, which I really don't like. This looks very old, looks very medieval. You have one USB-C port. You do have ample storage space just right under there. So in terms of the interior, it's not the nicest interior to be in. You know, I mean, you have cloth seats, a bit of stitching here, looks cool, whatever. But as I've been driving this car, there's not like what I see on the outside doesn't translate on the inside, if you guys get what I mean. As you guys can see, there's a table in the back, so at least in terms of space, it has a lot of space. I just folded the seats down and I put a table in there. This table has been in this car since the car came. I haven't taken it out because I have no dog, no man, no cat, so who's gonna take it out? I must assemble a table in there. Good I had to assemble my TV the other day. I got the screwdriver. I was like, no, I don't want to do this. Anyway, I'm digressing. But in terms of space on the inside, I feel like it's roomy enough. But this interior, man, it's a bit of a letdown for me. So now let's get into the drive of the Opel Corsa. What is underneath the hood of this Opel Corsa? The Opel Corsa is powered by a 1.2-litre 3-cylinder turbocharged petrol engine that produces 96 kilowatts and 230 newton meters of torque, right? Probably a very punchy little engine, actually. I think it's a beautiful engine to drive, guys. Absolutely prompt, knows exactly what to do, drives beautifully. I was doing an airport run. I went to the airport and I was just on the N3 and I was so impressed. I was so impressed. I was taken aback by how this little thing actually is so nimble, so light on its feet, so agile. It just runs, man. You feel the power outputs, you feel that torque. It knows what to do, it knows when to change properly. It is probably one of the most pleasurable hatchbacks I've ever driven. Like, very little turbo lag. Actually, I can't even pick up any turbo lag. Like, it just knows what to do. So in terms of driving, it drives absolutely beautifully. All right, so I really do think that in terms of on a driving perspective, it's really stunning. I think Opel claims around 6 liters per 100 Ks. I'll put on the screen all that information also, as you guys know that I put some of the things that I've missed. I definitely make sure that I put them on the screen. But in terms of, from a driving perspective, I'm very much impressed. However, I do feel a bit of, I don't think the suspension is very, very firm. It's very, very firm. So you feel a lot of the bumps and the dips and all those, every little thing on the road. So you do feel quite a lot of that. But driving wise, it's great. It's fairly comfortable. It's comfortable. It is a comfortable car to be in, and I think you will enjoy it going to work, school, even long distance. I think you can survive with it. It's not really anything that you'll be like against, but driving wise, 10 out of 10. Let's get into the verdict. What does Maseve think of the Opel Corsa? I think this is where it's going to get a little bit interesting. Guys, this car is great. This car is really, really great. It is a stunning car. I mean, the Opel Corsa nameplate is a nameplate we all know. It's like Polo, it's like Hilux, it's like Ranger. You know a Corsa, you know? Like, you know the Corsa, like, Corsa. You know, remember those ads back in the day, Corsa Light, the light side of life, you know? And they've had a fairly good run in the country, you know? They had such amazing cars, Opel as a brand. You know, they had that utility buggy. That 1.4, oh my gosh, I love that thing. Every time I see it, I'm just like, hey man, you still have that thing? It's nice. You know, you have the Opel Corsa, you had the Astra, the Cadette, you know, like they had such a good run. I think they were still under GM at the time. And then they moved over to being handled by Stellantis. Now they've come back with this Corsa. Great car. Starting price, amazing. 374,000 Rand for the light one, and then you have the second tier is the edition, I think, but I'll put everything on the screen. That's about 394,000 Rand. Fine. So obviously coming to this one, this is the automatic, this is the top spec. The other two I've mentioned only come in manuals. You can't get an automatic in those variants. The one that we are in, this automatic one cost 459,000 Rand an hour. But no way. I'm so sorry. There is no way. That is an odd 60,000 Rand price difference. 60,000 Rand for an automatic. Guys, usually automatics, from manual to automatics, you pay a premium of about 20,000 Rand. That's 60,000 getting. And to be quite honest, this car as it is should be around 420 at most. 400,000 Rand, 420. I don't know why it's so close to 500,000 Rand. So it's a bit of an expensive car. And it doesn't help that this interior is very lackluster and bland and uninviting. So it doesn't justify the price. Also, this car is quite small compared to its rival, the Polo. The Polo has a bigger boot and has better fuel efficiency. You know, I don't know anything about the i20. I haven't driven it. I know that it rivals the Clio. I haven't driven the Clio. So I can only speak on this and the Opel. And maybe the Peugeot 208, I haven't driven it. That exorbitant pricing, it doesn't help that this car is quite uninviting to be in. Like, this interior for me sucks a bit, and it lacks quite a lot. You cannot sell this car for 460,000 Rand. Like, you don't even have like a nice little aftermarket sound system, a little sunroof, ambient lighting, leather seats, electrically adjustable seats. These are things they could have added to justify the price. Like, I just can't, I'm struggling to get my head around the price and this product. However, on the bright side, it is a beautiful car to drive. You will enjoy it, you will have fun with it. You will be very happy driving this car, but this interior will probably put you off. The graphics in here are just, they're very dated. And I'm just like, I don't know what they were thinking. So for the sake of this review, I am going to compare it directly to the Polo. I haven't driven the Renault Clio, Peugeot 208, or the Hyundai i20, so I don't want to speak on those cars as yet. This compared to the Polo, probably on paper is better, more power. The DSG Polo is about 85 kilowatts. This is 96, so obviously you have more power. And to be quite honest, I could say that this is it's just as good as the DSG, if not a little bit better, right? Because I remember when I drove the Polo, I experienced quite a bit of turbo lag in that car. So this one, there's no turbo lag. So on a driving perspective, it could be a winner. However, this car is a bit smaller than the Polo, boot space wise, it is smaller, and the fuel consumption is higher. I think in the Polo they claim 5.5, and when I drove the Polo, I remember I didn't dent my pocket. But this one is also not too bad. I've been driving. I went to the airport. I came back. I've been doing a lot of driving in this car. I went to Kempton Park, and I'm still not even on a half tank. So in terms of fuel efficiency, it's neither here nor there. I think if you really are in the segment and you're looking for a car, I would highly recommend that you go with the Polo Life, but just get a DSG if you can. I think, yeah, if you can. But if you do want this car, I would recommend it. I would say buy it. I would never deter anyone from buying any car. But I think weigh your options first, because 460,000 Rand is a lot of money, guys. It's not cheap. And like I said earlier, I feel like this car should be at least 400,000 Rand. That's just me. So, yeah. I mean, I don't know. I'm very conflicted about this car. It's so good. Like, it's so good, so left field. It's so nice. Like, it's so nice to drive, but they just completely missed it pricing, and I'm just like, yo. But anyway, it's those. So ultimate verdict for me, I'll give this car, guys, it's just so good. I've been enjoying my time with it, but I just can't justify this pricing, and I think a lot of people would definitely opt for the Polo. But please do comment down below which car you would get for this pricing. Now back to my full verdict. For the sake of this engine being such a peach, and for the sake of this car being so beautiful, I'm going to give it a 7 out of 10. However, the pricing is off, the interior is off, this cloth seat business, 460,000. At least add leather seats. But the more I think about pricing, the more get in a hand. Like, serious. But yeah, I'll give it a 7 out of 10. There's a lot of creature comforts that it lacks. There's a lot they could have done to justify that 460,000 Rand price tag. But it is what it is. And yeah, man. That is it from me, maseve. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Let me know down below what you guys think of the Opel Corsa. Would you buy it? Would you get a Polo, a Renault Clio, i20, Peugeot? Which car would you would be in your radar for 460,000 Rand? So yeah, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Please don't forget to watch those ads, and thank you so much for 30,000 subscribers. Wow, I can't believe we're here, man. Like, the other day Moto was celebrating 1,000 subscribers. Now I'm on 30,000. Yo, hi guys, I maseve nashem. If no one has told you today, I love you guys. I love you guys. You guys are so blessed. You guys are so sweet, and you're so like Shem, and I'm just grateful for 30,000. Why are there so many cops? Like, everywhere you turn, and Najo. Guys, yo, there are so many, because there's roadblocks. I think this is the second roadblocks. This is the second roadblock I've encountered today. But anyway, that is it from me. I am going to look for food. I am a bit peckish. I had a pie this morning. I don't know why I had a pie, but I had a pie this morning. But I'm going to look for proper food. Yeah, I'm going to look for proper food. Don't forget to, I'm repeating myself. I'm rambling. Guys, let's just end this video here. Let me know what you guys think of the Opel Corsa, and I'll see you in the next one. maseve. I love you, galerato la love. Namiranza ngofu. Ndianifuna. Ndianitanda. It's a king. I can sleep for yella. Bye.